So inside of Team Roar, we just had a record-breaking profit day. Collectively, as a whole, with all of our trades combined, we ended up having 8 wins and 1 loss. In terms of the percentage returns, it added up to over a 1,400% profit return. We started off the day with 2 massive wins in a row. G-Roar ended up buying 2 strikes on put options before the FOMC meeting, and we ended up holding these put options throughout the meeting. We ended up buying 602 and 600 strike put options. Collectively, on both of those strikes, we ended up making a 500% return on those contracts combined. Then in terms of my own personal trade, once the SPY was heading close to one of my key support levels at 601, I ended up buying call options a bit too early for a scalp against the overall trend. That was a losing trade in terms of my own first personal trade. Then after that, I focused on the trend and I had 2 massive wins on put options. I ended up buying 2 different strikes. On the first strike, I ended up making a 200% profit return. On the second strike, I ended up making a 600% profit return. And I made it very, very clear within the chat to hold the runners until the close, because the SPY is going to close very, very weak towards new lows in between the profit range of 589 to 591. We had members leave runners to close and they made over a 1,000% profit return. I'm going to be breaking down the trades towards the end of this video, but first things first, we're going to be getting into the newly updated game plan with the new key levels. If you're serious about making money, make sure you trade at these overall levels and use the confirmations that I've been teaching you with the 30-minute candle chart. And I also got to give a big shout out to Uncle Tio, Heaton Win. He ended up having 4 wins in a row, scalping SPY calls, making quick 50 to 70% gains. I'm going to be breaking down the 8 wins that we ended up having on the day. Let's get straight into the analysis. So in terms of the SPY, this is going to be very simple. This is what I want you to understand and focus on heading into tomorrow. So if we are gapping up and we are maintaining above the previous closing price, 586.28, we're maintaining above, 587.50 to 588. The SPY is going to have a strong bullish move to the upside. As long as we are opening up with the gap up, as long as we are maintaining above those levels, the SPY is going to have a bullish move. So in terms of the game plan for the bullish trend day, this is what we're going to be looking for. We're going to be looking for a gap up above 586.28. So that's going to be the key make or break support level, the previous closing price. And then in terms of the resistance level, the break and retest level, if you take a look at the 30-minute chart, we have some resistance at 588. If the SPY breaks above this resistance level, drops back down to retest, we're planning to buy call options if we're seeing the bullish 30-minute confirmations. So as long as that breaks out and reacts to support, it's going to try to have a strong bullish move to the next resistance level. In terms of where the next resistance level is, the 1-minute chart is what gave it away. So, we use the 1-minute chart and the 30-minute chart to confirm, this like 586.50 to 588 range for the overall breakout and retest, right? And then in terms of the next level, you could see right here towards 589.60, you have this previous support that has not been retested. So once the SPY hits this level, it could drop first, but as long as we're holding above 588, it's going to maintain bullish. Once we break above 589.50, then we're going to have a very strong move and breakout to the next previous support level that hasn't been tested once it cracked, which is going to be at 593, right? So if you study the overall chart, this is going to be a very simple day. If we're gapping up, if we're holding above the previous closing price, we're going to be interested in buying call options. The levels, previous closing price, would be the dip, the gap and go break and retest level. The resistance level on the 30-minute chart, 588, break and retest, drop back down, buy calls there. It's also confirmed not just on the 30-minute extended hours resistance chart for the break and retest, but it's also confirmed on the 1-minute chart. As you can see right here, lots of resistance at this 1-minute chart, towards 588, and also right here, 588.627, which is really going to determine that overall trend. If it reacts to support, strong move up to 590. If this reacts as a resistance, then we're selling back off towards the 583 range, right? So it's just very simple, man. Like I said, gap up, gap and go, previous closing price, 586.28, hit calls. 588, hit calls, break and retest. Next level above that, and the last level above that is going to be 589.80, break and retest, hit calls. Profit target is going to be this next level at 593. Those are the levels. So for calls, the only three levels I'd be trading at are going to be the previous closing price, 588, and 589.80, right? Those are the only levels of interest. And then the profit target is going to be 593, right? Just in terms of like giving you a more advanced ladder, I mean, that's going to be the main ladder that I'll be using, heading into tomorrow. But in terms of, the next level above 593, the next level would be, towards this 596. Next level above that is 598. Now, in terms of put options on a bullish trend day, the only key levels of interest would be previous support to react as a resistance level. So in terms of those key overall levels for put options, this is what I would be eyeing. As you can see right here, this is a key make or break support level, 603.50. Once 603.50 cracked, we had a massive move to the downside. So 603.50, previous support to react as a resistance, new lower high is going to be a key level for puts. And then 605.20 is going to be a key level for puts as well, right? It's not going to be hitting tomorrow. Save that for the future, 603.50 and 605.50. Now, in terms of puts, what I want you to understand is this. For the SPY to react bearish and to have a bearish trend day tomorrow, and even if it does have a bearish day tomorrow, right, it's likely going to spike back later on throughout the day, but still try to close red. But what I want you to understand is this. To be bearish on the SPY tomorrow, this is what would need to happen. We would need to ideally gap down, and we would need to turn 586 into a resistance level. If we are breaking below 586, reacting as a resistance level, the SPY is going to start to react a bit bearish. And in terms of as long as we're staying under 586, we're going to be dropping to 584. We already bounced off this key support level in the extended hours, so it's going to try to bounce off here again. What you need to understand is this is a very strong special support level. This 584 support level, as you can see, we have a lot of support at 584. If we're maintaining, holding that, it's going to try to bounce back into the 585s to 586. If 584 cracks, breaks down, reacts as a resistance, then the SPY is going to start to drop and to fill the gap that is waiting to fill below at 580 to 576.70. And then from there, we'd be eyeing call options potentially at 584. But the lower levels would be the gap reversal levels, 580. And then previous resistance to react to support right here at 576. This is a phenomenal level to be buying call options as well, right? So for the bears to really take control, they would need to gap down. They would need to react bearish. And then we would be dropping towards 584. We can bounce off 584 first. And then if we go under 584, like I said, we'll be on track to go to 580 range, and then the SPY would try to bounce at 580. It would also try to bounce at 576.70 at some point. If it does have a bearish day, it will try to bounce. But this is just so fucking simple, man. Based off of what I've seen on this daily chart pattern, if we are gapping up and just maintaining above the previous closing price, anytime throughout the day, as long as we're just maintaining, slightly under that, the SPY is just holding around that area, and then we're starting to break up, the easiest way to play it would just be to use 30-minute bullish confirmations on the bullish day towards the previous closing price, and then the break and retest strategy. If we're just holding around this like 585.50 to 586.30, previous closing price, and then we break above 588, it's just going to be a strong bullish fucking trend day. It's going to be so easy to make money on calls tomorrow, man. The easiest play tomorrow and the best play tomorrow, especially since we are oversold currently in terms of the micro environment of the market, is really going to be on call options. It's just that fucking simple. If SPY hangs around the level, we're holding the levels and we're gapping up, we're eyeing calls, the previous closing price, we're eyeing calls for the break and retest. That's going to be very easy to make money in that level. If we break above 588, drop back down, react to support, and then a massive move will occur once we break above 590. And like I said, when we hit 590, we could drop first. But once we break above it and react to support, we're going to see a strong move to 593. And that's going to be some serious money-making moves. So I'm telling you, the big money-making moves are going to be the previous closing price, but that 588 level and the 590 level are going to be big money-making moves if SPY's opening up flat, gapping up, reacting bullish. I'm telling you, you use this game plan, you should make money heading into tomorrow. It's going to work out phenomenally, especially based off what I'm seeing on the daily chart. The easy money is going to be if we're just hanging around previous closing price, if we're gapping up, it's just going to be a bullish call day. It's going to be very simple if you use the levels and the strategies I've been teaching you throughout the videos. Now, let's get in the trades, man. So look at these trades, man. I'm going to show you all the wins. We had 8 wins, 1 L. I'm the only one who alerted an L today. I'm going to walk you through all these fucking trades, man. The wins are fucking massive. These are the biggest wins in the stock market. I'm going to walk you through this, man. Got to give a big shout out to G-Roar. You guys are well aware, inside of Team Roar, the morning trades are the absolute best. You can take the morning trades, walk away, and call it for the rest of the day. Look at the trades in the morning. Who do you know is doing this, man? We ended up buying 600 SPY puts for 44 cents a contract. And we ended up adding to the trade as well, right? At 49 cents a contract. Then we bought a second strike. So what did I tell you? I told you, we trade the trend. And if we are losing on a trade, we hold the trade. We never get stopped out because we never set a stop loss. If you're going to set a stop loss, do not join Team Roar. In Team Roar, we do not set stop losses. In terms of our position size, we put in our entire R multiple max risk per trade as our entire position size. The most we lose on a trade is what we put in, which is our entire max risk per trade. Could be a couple percent of your account, right? So if you have $2,000 and you're risking 2% of your account, $40, you buy one contract. If it doesn't work out, you lose $40. If it works out, you're gonna make $40 to $400 fucking dollars. We had people in Team Roar turning $100 into over $1,200 on the overall day doing this, right? It's amazing what you can do with just one far out of the money option contract in a very lucrative market if you know how to hold the trades and trade the trend. You don't even have to time it perfectly. That's another great part about being on the right side of the trend. So I already told you, man, we don't add to losers. Instead of adding and adding and adding to losers, what do? If we still believe that we are on the right side of the trend and we're down on a trade, right? So on this trade, we were down a lot percentage-wise at first, but we don't fucking sell. When we're green, we set a profit stop, get stopped out for profits, and we look to sell in the money and hold runners, right? That's when we sell for the fucking wins. If we're wrong, we just let the contracts expire worthless and go to fucking zero. There is no stop loss. So instead of adding to losers, we add to winners. And when we believe in the trend, we buy new strikes. If we're down a lot on a trade and we believe in that trade, that puts are going to be right, we buy a new strike. So we ended up buying 602 puts at 58 cents a contract, right? So in terms of these two trades, we ended up going 2 for 2. We sold 600 puts at 122 cents a contract, right? They quickly went to 150. And we ended up selling the other trade for a massive win as well at 185 cents a contract. So in terms of these 600 puts, as you can see, they dropped all the way down to 7 cents. If we use a stop loss, we would have been stopped out. But since we didn't use a stop loss on a trade that we made where we were down 80%, if you look at the potential, we've gotten an amazing entry. We're in at 40 fucking cents. The contract's closed at 1,700 cents a fucking contract. Who the fuck do you know is doing this? We're doing the complete opposite of what everybody else is fucking doing. We've created a real-time zero-date options trade alert system. So in terms of that overall trade, in terms of where we entered the trade, as you could see, this is where we ended up getting in on that trade. I'm going to show this to you here in real time. I'm going to pull this up here for you, man, as soon as this loads here. But like I said, man, we literally got in on this overall trade, as you can see right here. We got in at 9:34 a.m., right? And we held through FOMC. So we got in right here in the 40 cent range. It dropped to 7 cents. The trade was down over 80%. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that's a good deal? Would you pay 40 cents a contract to be able to potentially sell deep in the money at 1,700 cents a contract? I mean, I would risk 40 fucking cents a contract to fucking make 1,700 a contract. That's a risk I would fucking take, right? So we held the trade. It was a massive fucking win. And in terms of where we ended up getting on that trade, like I said, right here, we alerted real time that we got out right here in the 120 overall range on 600 puts, right? That's all alerted in real time, as you can see right here. That's when we ended up getting out on that overall trade, going 2 for 2. We ended up selling right here 600 puts at 2:16 p.m., right? So that's a phenomenal win. It went from 7 cents a contract to 120 to 1,700 a fucking contract, man. $40 a contract to $1,700 a contract. And like I said, we say it all the time, leave runners, hold, sell deep in the money, right? So in terms of 602 puts, as you can see, this is where we ended up getting in on 602 puts right here in the mid 50-cent range. They ended up dropping to 18 cents, right? This trade went all the way up to 1900 a contract. In terms of where we exited this trade, we ended up getting out right here at 2:10 p.m. in the 200-cent range. Collectively combined, that's over 400% profit returns. So you would think after two massive wins on puts, and we had people leave runners, and those runners turned, $40, $50 into fucking $1,800 a contract, right? Which is literally a yearly stay inside of Team Roar. One contract, if you held it, is a yearly stay inside of Team Roar. So anyways, man, with that being said, you'd think all the winning would stop there, right? But in terms of my personal trades, I had one loss. The first trade that I ended up making on my own personal trades that I ended up alerting was a loss on calls. So in terms of the main mistake that I made on calls, right, besides going against the overall trend, the main mistake was I jumped the gun a bit too early on that trade, and I didn't wait for the overall best levels. The best levels of interest I had for calls were at 601 and 598 at that lower gap. I ended up getting in towards 602s. If I would have bought the calls at 601 range, it would have been a very successful trade for a nice quick 100% plus profit return. But I, got in a bit too early, and the trade didn't work out, and it went to zero. I held it, it went to zero. It is what it fucking is, right? So in a sense, that's a 100% L. Now, in terms of the fucking wins, I had two massive wins right after the loss on calls. I adapted accordingly. So in terms of the wins, I ended up buying 593 puts for 37 cents a contract. Now, listen to what I said, man, because it's very rare I'll say something like this. I said to hold until the close. I entered these puts at 3:16 p.m. and I said to hold until the close. 593 puts at 37 cents a contract, right? So this is where I ended up getting in on those SPY puts. I ended up getting in right here, very, very close towards the lows. And in terms of those 593 puts, they went all the way up to 800 a contract, right? From 30 to fucking 1800. From 30 to fucking 800. That's over fucking 2000% easily. Now, with that being said, in terms of that overall trade, I said to hold till close. For those of you who followed those overall instructions, you could have been in a position like this where we had a member literally buy just 3 contracts. They put in $132, 3 contracts at 44 cents. They literally put in a little bit over $130 on the trade, and they sold it for a $1,300 profit. They literally turned $130 into a $1,300 profit, which is, fairly close to a yearly stay in Team Roar, right? So with that being said, man, we're entering the trades that have the highest risk to reward ratios. We're the best to ever fucking do this. In terms of my profit target at 3:17 p.m., I said it was at 591. Who the fuck do you know is saying to hold puts until close, giving out profit targets at 591 to 589? That was a phenomenal profit target zone. And then in terms of the updated analysis, we had one member. They found it fucking comical on how quickly they were up 50% on puts, and I told them to hold the trade for a 1,000% gain. We had some members buy SPX puts, man. If you looked at SPX puts today, there was SPX puts that went up over multiple 10,000 fucking percent, man. It doesn't get better than this in terms of the stock market and trading options, man. Today was a day on puts where if you were to just take a piece of the pie, because there was put options on SPX that went up multiple 10,000%, if you were to just take a piece on puts, you would have made multiple 100% to over 1,000%. If you have a 1,000% win and you're sizing in accordingly, you can have 18 losses in a row at 50% losses for each trade and still be up net positive for a 100% profit return. Losing is a personal choice, man. So who the fuck do you know is telling people to hold for 1,000% returns? Because that is something that I will rarely say. But in terms of this trading day, this is a day that I truly relived. I relived this day. For those of you who have a lot of experience in trading SPY during FOMC trading days, this has happened before. I specifically remember in the past, me trading FOMC in this same exact pattern had occurred. And once I realized that it had occurred, along with the roar fuse, because G-Roar was extremely bearish as well, he kept on saying short the fucking bounces, and I took advantage of that analysis as well. But man, just by looking at the 30-minute chart and just pattern recognition and just my experience trading the SPY, I had identified that it was going to have a very bearish week close, and I've seen this pattern before on FOMC day. So it was just very simple to just be confident and hold the trade. But in terms of reasons to be bearish from a technical view, you could just see right here, there was a gap that was waiting to fill above at 60670. And I told you throughout the videos, all SPY has been doing is topping out at key major resistance levels. So as you could see, for several fucking hours, in extended hours, and in normal trading hours, all of the SPY was doing was just dropping, selling off, forming resistance towards the partial gap close reversal. And then once we cracked 60350, shit hit the fan, and there was like no fucking support levels. It was literally nothing but a red, green, red, bearish 30-minute candlestick pattern on the charts. And why the fuck would you continue to buy call options? Like I could see, okay, maybe once and then adapt and switch to the trend like I did. But why the fuck would you be buying call options if there's a red, green, red bearish pattern? There's a gap close reversal. It's taking out key 60350 support. And there's gaps that are waiting to fill below. And SPY is overbought and it's due for some sort of sell-off. And all the 30-minute candlesticks were just red and bearish. Why the fuck would you be in on call options? It makes no fucking sense. But like I said, with my experience, I've relived this day before. So, you know, as the trend and chart started to develop, it hit me that this already happened before. And that's where I gained a lot of confidence with my intuition. I mean, another interesting thing to bring up is as well, you know, there's days where the SPY, all of the candlesticks are the same and they're also at similar prices. So it would be interesting if there was some kind of software out there where you can take a picture of a stock and then in real time, it can show you an exact replica throughout the fucking past of those candlesticks. So like if I were to take a fucking screenshot of this chart on SPY and then upload it in some sort of fucking website or software, and then it shows me what happened in the past if this chart occurred, that'd be interesting to see. Another thing that'd be interesting to see is if you can plug in certain things on a website or scanner, say it's like candlesticks on a chart, and then see and scan for the market in real time if the chart visually looks like that on certain tickers, and then you filter out the tickers. That'd be another interesting thing. So for those of you who are aware if that exists and if that's high quality and that's out there, feel free to let us know in the comment section, because that's something I would definitely like to, definitely like to experiment with. I'm sure there's things out there that are like that. Just wanted to bring awareness to that idea as well, because that has a lot of potential in terms of how I trade. Just being able to see the past and what happens, and being able to see what's happening and then plug it in real time to see if it's happening with other tickers. But we have these 593 puts at 37 cents a contract, hold till close, telling people to hold fucking 1,000%. I told everyone at 3:18 p.m., SPY will close weak at new lows. Every time it spikes, short it, right? Where you're going to find this fucking analysis. I just made it very clear, man. I wanted everyone to be in puts. And this is another point, right? So in terms of G-Roar, he took a trade on puts. It was down a lot at first. Instead of adding to the loser, he bought a second strike, and we held both strikes. Both of the strikes printed. Obviously, in that situation, the second strike is going to print more. So like I've been telling you, when we're down on a trade and we still believe we're on the right side of the trend, instead of adding to the loser, because we only like to add to winners, because when we win, we just tend to keep on winning fucking massively. And it doesn't make sense to add to a loser when you could just buy a new strike. So on this trade, I was down first, right? It's extremely hard to time something perfectly in a very volatile time. And the market's going to try to shake people out, especially on FOMC, which is why it's very important to hold the trades, size in accordingly, where you can actually afford to hold the trades, where you can afford to just let it expire fucking worthless and go to fucking zero with no stop loss, right? But it's also important to understand to be on the right side of the trend when it makes sense, because we were planning to short the spikes, to buy another strike. So this was the best trade that I ended up making on the day, where someone ended up thumbsing the trade down. But anyways, I ended up buying 594 SPY puts at 37 cents a contract, and I made it very, very clear that both strikes are going to print. Obviously, the second strike is more likely to make a lot more. So typically in that situation, I will look to size in a little bit more on that second strike instead of adding to a loser. This is another thing we do differently in terms of our real-time zero-date options trade alert system that we've created. So instead of adding to loser, I bought 594 puts, and in terms of these 594 puts, this is where I ended up getting in on that trade. So as you can see, the second strike is always going to be better. I ended up buying these puts at the exact fucking lows. So who the fuck do you know is holding a loser for a massive win, and then when they're down, they don't get stopped out, and instead of adding to loser, they buy a second fucking strike at the exact fucking lows for the biggest percentage gains, and they sell the other loser in the money, winning 2 for fucking 2. It's like, dude, why the fuck would I average my cost down when I could buy another strike at the exact fucking lows that's going to yield me the biggest percentage return? Adding into a loser is how you dig a fucking grave. Buying a new strike is how you get a better entry with more upside potential. And you could even size in a little bit more on that second strike, because if you're right about the trend, it's going to be a much better entry and it's going to go up a lot more than the previous strike. So at 3:22 p.m., as you can see, I ended up buying 594 puts. This was the exact fucking lows. The trade went from 30 cents. And in terms of where I ended up selling, I sold half right here in the 147-cent range. And then I sold the rest right here at 240 cents. And I told everyone to leave fucking runners till close, right? The hardest part about trading is literally the fucking exit. That's one of the most difficult parts about trading. But if you listened and followed instructions on both of my fucking trades and held them till fucking close, well, they both went up multiple %1,000%. So like I said, we had some members who listened to those instructions and, you know, they ended up turning like, you know, just $100 into fucking thousands of dollars. They ended up turning, you know, thousands of dollars into fucking tens of thousands of dollars. You know, we had some people inside of Team Roar. They listened, they followed instructions, you know, just $27,000 on the day. You know, no big deal. I mean, that guy, he just bought himself over a fucking decade stay in Team Roar in a single fucking day. You know, we had many members, like I said, $14,000 in a single fucking day. I mean, it's just fucking different when you can join a group and buy one fucking contract at $40 and sell it for $500 a fucking contract. So yeah, man, like I said, there's just nothing like Team Roar. Nothing out there like this exists. We have real-time zero-day options train alert systems. We have educational systems. We have money-making systems that print non-fucking stop. So in terms of that trade, like I said, I ended up selling, you know, gave the instructions very, very clear to hold the puts till close. You know, someone had commented saying that, you know, I think you called the puts at the exact bottom. I made it very, very clear. The bears can't be shaken to just hold the fucking play till close. At 3:25 p.m., last 30 minutes, we're going to have a crazy fucking drop for new lows. Shout out to all the fucking bears holding for puts. So for those of you who listened, you should be celebrating right now. You should be up thousands of %. You should be up thousands of dollars. Some of you should be up tens of thousands of dollars. You know, maybe there's one or two of you who made 6 figures on the fucking day, right? So yeah, losing's a personal fucking choice. All we do is fucking win. All we do is outperform everyone that you know of. And it's just nonstop fucking winning over here. It's just nonstop fucking printing over here. 3:29 p.m. ended up selling half at 147. Losing's a fucking choice when you're buying at 30 and selling for 150 at the speed of fucking light within minutes, outperforming everyone. 1,000% on runners could fucking come. And then in terms of, you know, the rest of my exit, like I said, man, in terms of the rest of the exit, I sold those other puts at 81 cents a contract that I bought in the 30s. And then I sold the rest of that other strike at 241 cents. So, yeah, man, losing's a personal fucking choice. In terms of, you know, Uncle Tio, you know, we had Uncle Tio. He called out 4 fucking wins in a row. So, for those of you who are new here, if you search Uncle fucking Tio and you look at every single fucking trade that he's made in the past 2 fucking months, all the fucking massive wins, he hasn't had 1 fucking loss yet. The guy hasn't had 1 loss in 2 fucking months in a row. And he's just alerting wins non-fucking stop, man. It's just crazy, man. The traders we have in here, you know, Keaton Win, Forbes 30 under 30, right? He's on the fucking Forbes list. This guy owns the largest scrapyard company in the fucking world, man. Do you understand? All we do is fucking print, man. This is fucking insane in terms of what is happening in our secure private organization, man. It's truly a blessing to be a part of this, to experience this, man. Like, just look at all the fucking wins that we're having non-fucking stop, man. Uncle Tio had 4 scalps, all on, you know, mainly call focus today, 1 on puts. I mean, just take a look at the fucking trades, man. Everything is alerted in real fucking time. Look at this. This is like a money printing alert system. All we know how to do is fucking print money over here, man. Who the fuck do you know is printing like us at the speed of fucking light? So in terms of all these fucking wins, man, it's just so much fucking winning. These videos are just going to become longer and fucking longer with all the fucking wins we have, man. It's hard to make a short video when all you do is have win after win after win after fucking win, man. So we got 4 fucking wins here on Uncle fucking Tio, man. Let's see. So in terms of the first fucking win, it was on puts. So Tio ended up buying 605 puts, alerting the trade in real time. And he's giving analysis before the trade, telling people to wait to get in on puts. Let's see the key level, preparing people to get in on the trade before he actually makes it, right? Which is something that's hard to find these days. And in terms of the overall trade, as you can see, it just keeps on fucking going up. Money just keeps on printing. 30% profit return, 35% profit return. Use those profit stops. We don't set stop losses because if you set stop losses, especially on far the money option contracts, you will lose money and you will be stopped out the vast majority of the time. And if you're trading the trend, why would you use a stop loss when you could just hold the trade and sell it in the money? It makes no fucking sense to have a stop loss on. And if you're down a lot on the trade, why would you add to a loser when you could buy another strike if you still believe in the play and buy that strike at the fucking lows and make the biggest percentage gains and have both of them go in the fucking money? But anyways, man, Uncle Tio, 40% win, 50% win, still holding the fucking trade, 60% fucking win, 68% fucking win, stopped out for 65% profit return. So we do set profit stops to ensure that we don't go green to red. We don't set profit stops because we hold to sell in the fucking money. And if you set a fucking stop loss, it's not going to stop you from losing. It's actually going to keep you as a fucking loser. You know, there's a reason why the word loss is in stop fucking loss. Don't let it fool you. It's not going to stop you from fucking losing, right? So like I said, there's different systems to manage your risk accordingly with farther money option contracts. Very cheap. You could buy one contract, risk $40 to make $400 like we have members do. Some of them will buy one contract, flip it to 500. Other members will buy 10 contracts, flip it to 5,000. Other members will buy 100 fucking contracts and make a fuck ton of money. So anyways, man, in terms of the second fucking win, as you can see right here, ended up getting in on SPY calls at 2:18 p.m. for 78 cents a contract. SPX is too expensive at the moment, right? So in terms of this overall trade, up 7%, up 10%, up 22%, up 40 fucking percent, all alerted in real fucking time. It's like, dude, the people in here, they just have real-time money alerting printing machines. As a matter of fact, a member in Trader Society who made over $10 million with us, you know, in terms of Trader Society, he's coming back and he's going to be trading. He said he's coming back tomorrow. He's going to be trading inside the Roar chat to learn some fucking plays. That's going to be interesting to see how Ninja trades tomorrow. You guys remember Ninja, the OGs who've been with us for fucking years? Yeah, Ninja made over $7 fucking million on those fucking, you know, on those fucking the video call options through fucking earnings. Yeah, the guy who made over 10 fucking M's said, man, he's getting back into trading. Trump's coming back into fucking office. There's going to be FU money to be made every single fucking day, man. Make sure you're in the right secure private organization who has an extremely high win rate of multimillionaires who have 0-day options trade alert systems that are going to print you money at the speed of fucking light. All we do is fucking win. Who the fuck do you know is doing this non-fucking stop? We have many fucking people doing this. It's no longer just fucking one. It's many. Look at this. 94% profit return on fucking calls. The guy just made a 65% return on fucking puts. All we know how to do is fucking win. Do you understand? My gosh, man. Look at this. Profit stopped out for 90 fucking percent. You think all the fucking winning would stop there? No. It just keeps on fucking going. Non-stop winning. All we know how to do is fucking win. It's win, win, win over here. The guy's last name is fucking WYNN. It's a fucking win. Look at this, man. In terms of the next fucking win, we ended up getting in on, as you can see right here, we ended up getting in on 5.99 calls for a 60-cent average. As soon as we're on calls, up 21%. And then as you can see, 54%. Profit stopped out for 40 fucking percent. Literally 4 for 4 on the fucking day, man. Listen, it's unlimited fucking winning in here. It's a money printing machine in here. There is nothing like this secured private organization out there on the fucking planet. All we know how to do is win. All we do is print money. We print money in our fucking sleep with businesses. We print money during the market, non-fucking stop. There's wins in the morning. There's wins in the middle of the day. There's wins during power fucking hour. It's non-stop fucking winning over here, man. When you have multi-millionaire fucking genius traders with printing fucking machines, what the fuck do you expect to happen? We run the fucking market. Nobody can stop us from fucking printing. All we do is fucking print. Money is coming from everywhere. It's coming from here and there. It's coming from the fucking sky, man. We got G-Roar, the anonymous multi-millionaire who wears a fucking scream mask in a third world country traveling right now, printing non-fucking stop. And then we got fucking Uncle Tio, keeps on win, Forbes 30 under 30, owns the largest scrapyard fucking company on the Forbes list. Who the fuck is pulling this shit off, man? This is a secure private organization. All we do is fucking win. Ninja just told the whole fucking chat, this guy made over 10 fucking M's. This guy ran up over 10 fucking million. Fucking 7 million of that came from fucking the video call options through earnings, man. That was the play of the fucking year. This fucking guy said he's coming back. He's going to be trading, man. You're going to see, man, the best traders, man, they'll come and go. They run businesses. They have tons of things to do. But G-Roar, he's employed here, and he is the leader of Team Roar. And then we have Uncle Tio. He's a badass trader as well. And then I alert all my trades within the chat as well. So listen, man, for those of you who are serious about making money, it's the first link down below in the description. we have real-time zero-date options trading alert systems that make money non-stop. In terms of this system, we don't use stop losses. We focus on trading the trend. If you trade the trend and you buy far out of the money zero-date options, you're going to buy something that's cheap. If something is cheap, that means it's low risk. And something that's cheap, that's low risk, has the biggest profit percentage potential. In terms of trading in the stock market, what's going to yield you the biggest percentage gains is going to be far out of the money zero-date options, right? So we've optimized for a system with an asset class, with the instrument of zero-date options, and we go far out of the money. We trade the trend, we hold the trades. On a losing trade, if we lose, the contracts expire worthless, they go to zero. We lose everything on a loss that we put into the contracts. In terms of what we put in to the contracts, we put in our R multiple, our max risk per trade. So our max risk per trade is the entire value of the option contract. So worst case scenario, the most we lose is our max risk per trade. It could be a couple percentage of your account. Best case scenario, the trade goes deep in the money, unlimited profit potential. In terms of options trading, dude, there's been days like today, option contracts went up tens of thousands of %. If you didn't go green today, just quit, just give up. Trading's not for you, man. If you were fucking red today, this shit is just not for you. You could have had multiple L's on fucking loss, on the fucking calls if that was you in that situation. If you didn't adapt and take a piece of that fucking pie, or fucking SPX contracts were going up tens of thousands of %, it's like, dude, trading's not for you. If you can't adapt, if you can't fucking hedge, trading's just not for you, man. We went fucking 8 for 9 today. All we did was fucking win. Non-fucking stop. My trades alone, 650% profit net return. The first trade on puts was 150%. The second trade was 600%. And then I had one loss on calls, 100%. Do the fucking math, 650% net profit, man. So listen, we don't use stop losses. We do not use stop losses inside of Team Roar. We trade the trend. If the contracts go to zero and they expire worthless, then we lost on the trade. In terms of how we win, we hold when we're green. We set profit stops to ensure that we don't get stopped out for red. We get stopped out for green. We don't want to go green or red. When we're up 20% plus, we want to get stopped out for profits. We want to sell the moves at key levels of interest where the market can go against us. We want to leave runners and sell those runners deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains within the market. Do you understand every single month inside of Team Roar, we have trades where we sell for thousands of % wins, for a 1,000% plus win. We have at least 3 trades every single month where we sell for a 1,000% plus win. So if you have a 1,000% win, you can have 18, 50% losses in a row and still be up 100%. Losing is a fucking choice. We've cracked the market with this real-time zero-day options trading alert system with far the money option contracts. We set profit stops to ensure we don't go green or red. We move the profit stops up higher to ensure if the market has a big move against us, we're going to collect the bulk of those profits and not give them back. And what we also do is we like to add to winners. So in terms of losers, if we still believe we're on the right side of the trend, we buy a second strike. And if we're right about the trend, the second strike is going to be a much better entry. And it's going to go up a lot more. So we'll typically look to size in a little bit higher on that second strike situation. And in terms of winners, we like to add to winners. When we're up a small amount, 5, 10, 20%, very small baby gains, over here, we're not clicking buy and sell, scalping for a fucking peanut. Over here, we're fucking making massive fucking gains. There is no small wins over here. The win's only small if we get stopped out for a small profit, right? So anyways, man, with the profit stop. But when we win, we add to fucking winners. We add to winners to ensure that, just because it's very simple. The reason why we add to winners is when we're up 5, 10, 20%, there tends to be a quick move within our favor. So once we get that winning confirmation that that move's going to be happening, we quickly add, and then we set the profit stop to protect our new average cost. And the adding is going to increase our winners in a safe way where we can increase our position size, right? And we get stopped out for profits. One small move in our favor, we just increase the wins by a lot. And another reason why we add to winners is we tend to win massively, man. We tend to fucking win like 100% plus, multiple 100% plus every single month. 3 trades, we make at least 1,000% profit returns. It's like, dude, if you do the math, the win rate doesn't even matter. But we have the highest win rate in the game. In terms of green days, we are green over 90% of the time. We will have losses. There will be some losing trades. But in terms of green or red days, with all the trades that we're making collectively, we are green 90% of the time is a green day. 9 out of every 10 trading days for us is a fucking green day. All we do is fucking win. All we do is print money. This is money printing machines, man. You're going to see. You join this group, you're going to realize that you walked into the light and you walked into something real. And if you've been in other groups, you're going to start to realize, dude, these other groups, you're going to fucking cancel the subscriptions. You're not even going to be in those other fucking groups. Because if you compare the fucking trades, you're going to realize we have the best trades. And we don't just have the best trades, but we have the best system. This isn't just buy and sell alerts. This is a system. No stop loss. No stop loss. Trade the fucking trend. Max risk per trade is the entire position size value of the contracts. Risk management 101. Hold the fucking contracts, sell in the fucking money, set the profit stops, fucking move the profit stops up higher, add to the winners. You're going to see. When you're the best fucking trader in the game, you create a money-making system. And we've created the best system. It's with fire the money option contracts, man. Everyone's doing it wrong. We do the complete opposite of what everyone else does. We don't just buy and sell. The people who buy and sell at the speed of fucking light, they don't know how to hold a fucking trade. They don't know how to measure a move and hold a win. They're training themselves to always win fucking small. To always win small makes no fucking sense. When you can enter trades that have massive winning potential, it makes no fucking sense to do that. Don't train yourself to be a fucking loser. Because if you're just going to win fucking small, that means you're training yourself to be a fucking loser. Train yourself to be the fucking best. We've optimized for the best system. We figured it out. We said, dude, fire the money option contracts, trade the trend, fire the money option contracts, no stop losses, set profit stops, don't go green to red, size in, R multiple, max risk per trade. Most we lose is a couple % of our account to trade, whatever you're comfortable with risking on the overall trade, right? It works for small accounts. I'm seeing people turn fucking $40 into fucking $500 on one single fucking contract. So it is fucking working. They can literally lose 8 fucking contracts in a row, make 8 trades in a row, and still be fucking green. And the wins are fucking massive. When you fucking win $40 to fucking $500, we're entering trades with the highest risk to reward ratios. We're entering the lowest risk trades with the biggest profit potential. We are taking advantage of the biggest profit potential risk to reward ratio opportunity within the market right now. And it wouldn't be possible without far the money option contracts. Removing a stop loss would not be possible, man. We figured out a way to win big without risking much money. We're letting the percentage gains in holding for a longer duration of time and selling in the money, doing all of the gains for us, not the money. But in terms of letting the money do the work for us, that comes with buying that second strike when you're down and you believe on a play. And it also comes when you add to winners. Like I said, man, if you add to a win, one small move in your favor, set the profit stop, you increase the winnings. And we tend to time the trade perfectly where massive wins are in our favor, man. So like I said, we have members who actually fucking listen. You know, not everyone wants to fucking listen. That's their fucking choice. But like I said, we have members who listen. We had a guy who listened. He said he turned $750 into $15,000 in 2 fucking weeks, following risk management and teachings from this group. This guy can stay here for the next 9 fucking years inside of Team Roar. Losing's a fucking choice. I was looking at our statistics, man. Nobody's fucking leaving. Nobody's canceling their fucking subscriptions. I was looking at our base. I was like, man, we have so many loyal members who've been with us for over a fucking year. They haven't canceled. I wonder why. You know, the best businesses in this market, they're all recurring and they're not fucking cheap. The best businesses in the fucking game are recurring. They're not fucking cheap. They don't offer fucking promo codes. And the clients stay for long periods of time. Because if the client is making money, why the fuck would they leave? Unless they could figure out how to do it on their own and they don't want to be a part of the community or see our trades in real time, right? So like I said, man, it's just winning nonstop. I see the same members. Alyssa, man, she's been killing it every single day. I see it. Thousands of dollars in profit, man. The same face is coming back. $26,000 profit, man. Listen, man, losing's a fucking choice. If you want to hop the fuck up, if you want to hop the fuck off here and make some fucking money, my secured private organization is the first link down below in the description. You'll be surrounding yourself with an amazing community, an amazing loyal community. You'll be surrounding yourself with multimillionaires who are printing at the speed of fucking light. You'll be surrounding yourself with people who have trading systems. It's one thing to say buy and sell. It's a whole other thing to have a system. No stop losses, risk management 101, hold the trade, add to winners, buy the second strike if we believe in the fucking trend. It's like, dude, G-Roar believed in the trend. He bought the second strike. I believed in the trend when I took my trade, bought the second fucking strike. Both of our second fucking strikes were fucking insane profit potential, man. Do you understand, man? Like, just look at the fucking results. 593 fucking puts. 40 cents. to 800 a fucking contract, man. Like, are you seeing the fucking gains? 40 to fucking 800, 2,000 plus, 2,000% plus profit potential. 594 fucking puts from fucking 37 cents at the exact low to 11 fucking hundred. It's like, dude, 3,000% plus profit potential. 600 fucking puts from fucking, 50-cent range all the way to fucking 1,800. If you do the math collectively on all the fucking trades, it's over a 10,000% plus profit return potential. There was trades on SPX today. If you timed it right, you could have made tens of thousands of percent. If you are fucking red, this shit is not for fucking you, man. Losing, it's not a fucking choice in here. It's just green non-fucking stop. The green days are 90% plus at a times. We'll have some L's at times on a trade. It won't work out. But in terms of the day, it will still be a green day. The wins always outweigh the losses. Like every time we're fucking adding for the vast majority of the time, it's always fucking winning. We're always fucking winning non-stop. So listen, man, if you want to hop the fuck off of here and make money, and you're serious about surrounding yourself in a private organization with multimillionaires who've created real-time alert systems that are printing money at the speed of fucking light, it's the first link down below in the description, I assure you. When you join this group, and if you were to compare it into anything else you've ever been in, you're going to realize that this is real. We have the best trades in the game, and we've actually created systems that work and make other people money. That's what we do. All we do is print. All we do is make people money nonstop. All we do is trade the best setups to the best prices. And in terms of what that means to us, that means the trades that have the highest risk to reward ratios, the trades that have the biggest percentage gains in the market. And we have the highest win rate in the game doing this. Not that you need a high win rate. I already explained to you, man, 1,000% win. You can have 9 100% losses or 18 50% losses and still be up 100%. We have 3 of those every single month. How the fuck is losing not a fucking choice? Do the fucking math. This shit is a fucking numbers game. Most people's problem is they don't fucking listen. They use stop losses. They don't hold the fucking trades. They size in too fucking heavily. They don't fucking listen. If you listen, this works. We have people listening. They're flipping fucking $700 to 15 fucking grand. As a fucking business owner, for the people who listen, I feel like I'm getting fucking scammed over here. I'm like, dude, are we even charging? It only costs that much to join our fucking group, and they're making how much money? 15 fucking K in a fucking week. How much fucking money are they making? Tens of thousands? Are you guys awake yet? So if you want to see the fucking light and you want to make money, I'm personally inviting you to our secured private organization. There's multimillionaires there. There's money-making alert systems there. There's people who made tens of millions in the stock market there. All we do is print. All we do is make fuck you money. If you want to come print with us, if you want to surround yourself with multimillionaires, if you want to surround yourself with money alert systems, it's the first link down below in the description. With that being said, I can assure you, the stock market is going to be on absolute fire tomorrow, and we will have an amazing trading day. And you guys already know Fridays tend to be our best day, so we're going to close off this fucking week on fucking fire. There's going to be members in here who already made tens of thousands of dollars this week. They're going to be running up $50,000 plus. Everything I fucking say in my videos comes true. It comes to life. I manifest all of this. What have I been telling you? If we believe in the trend and we're down on the trade, we buy a second strike. G-Roar was down on his first trade. He bought the second strike, and we hold the other strike. All of the fucking trades went up crazy. We sold in the money. I did the same fucking thing. This is going to keep on fucking happening, man. If you choose to sleep on us, you are genuinely choosing to stay fucking broke. I'm being very fucking blunt and very fucking honest with you, man, because nobody's fucking print like us. You have to be in here to experience this. This is non-stop fucking winning. So if you want to fucking win, it's the first link down below within the description. I'm going to be signing off, man. We're going to fucking kill it the rest of this week.